New era begin. Victor Gyokeres set for Arsenal debut after breakthrough transfer as Arteta finally lands his number 9. From an anxious and strikerless start to pre-season to now having Victor Gyokeres on the brink of walking through the Emirates doors, Arsenal's summer business has taken a major leap forward. After months of speculation, delay, and rising frustration among fans, the Gunners have finally made a decisive breakthrough in the pursuit of Mikel Arteta's long-awaited centre-forward. And now, it's only a matter of time before the red-hot Swedish striker makes his debut in red and white. Gyokeres, 27, is poised to become Arsenal's new attacking spearhead after advanced talks with Sporting CP moved closer to a full agreement. According to close sources, personal terms between Gyokeres and the North London club have already been ironed out, with the player ready to commit to a long-term deal. Sporting, who have reluctantly accepted the inevitability of losing their star man, are now just finalizing the financial details of the transfer. For Arsenal, this marks a huge win, not just in the market, but in planning and preparation ahead of a vital 2024-25 season. The Gunners started their pre-season earlier this week in London without a new number 9, and many feared that striker recruitment would again drag on until late August. But with Sporting director Andrea Berta accelerating talks and sealing terms with the player, Gyokeres could now join the squad at the perfect time. The timing could not be sweeter. Arsenal will soon depart for Spain to continue their pre-season with warm-weather training sessions and fixtures designed to build rhythm, fitness, and chemistry. If the Gyokeres deal is completed before the trip, as expected, the striker will be able to immediately begin integrating with his new teammates. That would also give him a vital head start before the team flies out to Singapore for a high-profile pre-season clash against AC Milan on July 23. Arsenal's pre-season schedule is packed with competitive opportunities for Gyokeres to get his feet wet. If all goes well, his first unofficial appearance could come against Milan in Singapore, giving fans a glimpse of what he can offer Arteta's system. If that comes too soon, Arsenal's match against Newcastle United in the same region offers another possible debut slot. From there, Arsenal will face Tottenham Hotspur in Hong Kong, a clash that could mark Gyokeres' first involvement in a North London derby, albeit in a friendly context. The warm-up games don't end there. Upon return to London, Arsenal will host Villarreal and Athletic Club in back-to-back matches at the Emirates Stadium, two occasions that could allow the home faithful their first up-close look at their new forward before the curtain officially rises on the Premier League season. And that curtain raiser? A blockbuster opening weekend match at Old Trafford against Manchester United, the very club that, along with their coach-in-waiting Ruben Amorim, had also been linked with Gyokeres. Should the move go through as planned, Gyokeres could make his competitive Arsenal debut in one of the most high-stakes environments in English football, a narrative-rich twist given United's previous interest. Arsenal have had to choose between two major forward targets all summer, the powerful and proven Victor Gyokeres, and the younger but highly promising Benjamin Eko. While both offered compelling cases, Arsenal's need for a physically dominant, experienced finisher who could make an immediate impact tipped the balance in Gyokeres' favor. His incredible record in Portugal, blending strength, relentless pressing, and a ruthless finishing touch, made him an ideal fit for Arteta's evolving tactical system. Arteta himself has been vocal behind the scenes about his desire to get business done early. He knows the value of having new signings integrated during pre-season, rather than weeks into the campaign. And while Arsenal are also working on finalizing deals for Kepa Arrizabalaga, Martin Zubimendi, and Christian Nurkic, it is Gyokeres who represents the headline move, the one to finally fill the void at the tip of Arsenal's attack. Arsenal still have transfer business left to do, particularly in wide areas and at centre-back, where names like Christian Mosquera are still on the list, but locking in a top striker is the ultimate priority. With the striker position arguably being the club's most discussed issue since the exits of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexandre Lacazette, the arrival of Gyokeres is expected to bring a new dimension and real cutting edge to Arteta's squad. So now, after months of silence and uncertainty, Arsenal fans can start to dream. Victor Gyokeres is on the way. And if all continues as planned, his Arsenal debut could be just 2 weeks away. Let the new era begin. Victor Gyokeres nearing Arsenal debut after major transfer progress. Arsenal are finally closing in on the signing of Victor Gyokeres, and the Swedish striker could make his first appearance for the club very soon. After a slow start to the transfer window with no striker in sight, the Gunners have now made a huge breakthrough in talks with Sporting CP, and Gyokeres is getting closer to pulling on the red and white shirt. The 27-year-old has agreed personal terms with Arsenal and is expected to sign a long-term contract once the final transfer fee is agreed. Sporting are already preparing for life without him, as he won't be rejoining their squad for pre-season. Instead, Gyokeres is preparing to head to North London, a move that couldn't come at a better time for Mikel Arteta's side. Arsenal's pre-season is underway, with early sessions in England before they travel to Spain, then to Asia for high-profile games. If the deal is finalized in time, Gyokeres could join the team on their trip to Spain and be part of their preparations for the upcoming fixtures. The target is clear. Arsenal hope Gyokeres will be ready to make his debut against AC Milan on July 23 in Singapore. If he's not quite ready by then, there are other chances. Matches against Newcastle and Tottenham in Asia follow shortly after. Back in London, Arsenal will host Athletic Club and Villarreal at the Emirates Stadium, giving home fans their first real chance to see him live. Arsenal's season starts with a huge match at Old Trafford against Manchester United, and if all goes according to plan, Gyokeres could be starting that game as Arsenal's new number 9. It's a full-circle moment, considering United were also linked with him, as well as their possible future coach Ruben Amorim. For much of the summer, the big question was, Gyokeres or Sesko? Arsenal have finally made their choice. With Sesko staying at Leipzig, the club turned their attention fully to Gyokeres, a proven, powerful forward who can score, press, and bring a physical presence to the front line. After missing out on a striker last summer and relying heavily on Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus, this move feels like a major upgrade. Sporting director Andrea Berta has played a key role in pushing the deal over the line, and Arteta will be thrilled to have his main striker in place early. So, from transfer frustration to excitement in just a matter of days, Victor Gyokeres is nearly an Arsenal player, and his debut could come as soon as late July. Arsenal fans, get ready. Your new striker is on the way. Victor Gyokeres set to make Arsenal debut after major transfer breakthrough. Arsenal fans have reason to celebrate. The long wait for a top-class striker is almost over. After weeks of uncertainty and silence in the transfer market, the Gunners have finally made serious progress in their pursuit of Victor Gyokeres, the Swedish striker from Sporting CP. Now, the countdown begins for his much-anticipated debut. Talks between Arsenal and Sporting have entered advanced stages, with personal terms already agreed. The final hurdle remains negotiating a transfer fee, but Sporting have accepted that Gyokeres' time in Portugal is up. The player will not return to Sporting for pre-season. Instead, he's preparing to join Mikel Arteta's squad in North London. Arsenal's pre-season is already underway in England, and with trips planned to Spain, Singapore, and Hong Kong, the timing of this deal couldn't be better. If all goes smoothly, Gyokeres could link up with the team within the next 2 weeks, giving him time to get settled, meet his teammates, and train under Arteta's system before their overseas matches begin. The aim is to have him ready for Arsenal's friendly against AC Milan on July 23 in Singapore. If he misses that, then he could debut against Newcastle United or even Tottenham in the upcoming friendly matches. By the time Arsenal return home for back-to-back games at the Emirates Stadium against Villarreal and Athletic Club, Gyokeres is expected to be in full swing. That would set him up perfectly for his official competitive debut, potentially in the Premier League opener against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Ironically, both United and their possible future manager Ruben Amorim had been strongly linked with Gyokeres, but Arsenal looked to have beaten them to the punch. 4 months, the club weighed up options between Gyokeres and Benjamin Sesko. But with Sesko staying at Leipzig and Arsenal needing a powerful, proven forward now, they turned to Gyokeres, a striker with strength, movement, pressing ability, and goals. This signing reflects Arsenal's intention to get their business done early. Alongside other expected arrivals like Kepa Arrizabalaga, Martin Zubimendi, and Christian Norgård, Gyokeres is the centerpiece of Arteta's new-look squad heading into the 2024-25 season. So, after weeks of frustration, Arsenal are finally moving forward. Gyokeres is almost here, and his first appearance in red and white could come before the end of July. The wait is nearly over.